welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. Return coming from the 6. Spins out of one side. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffle around here in the field. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Motioning one of the tight ends. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they're getting him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Lamar off the play fake. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. A designed run. Jackson keeping it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lamar now from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That one gains 7. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. Completed over the middle. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Play fake, Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. He had to pick up a 14 yards as the chains reset.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down throw for Jackson. They drop this one down from Henry. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. From the red zone now. He's in trouble, and the Dolphins get him. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. From the gun, Jackson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Eskridge to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Well, here come the Dolphins as they get set for their debut series. And leading them out, someone who twice took the University of Texas to that college football semifinal. It's Quinn Ewers.
Kit, you watch Quinn Ewers throw football, and I got to do it a bunch collegiately. You see why he was the #1 player in the country coming out of high school. Had to overcome some injuries over his time collegiately, but he's got to maximize this opportunity and show off his greatest strength, and that is his ability to fire it.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Play action, yours. It's a big strike to Hill. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
It's a gain of 37. That's good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone. You're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. Second down coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's yours. Looking for the end zone, and a deep shot. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Look for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early completion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. It's caught. He's got Washington. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
In the red zone on 1st. He can run it, and he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, yours. He calls his own number again. And he's going to slide in safely after a gain of about 9. Productive effort there, but does still bring up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Ewers will sneak it. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on 3rd down, Sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Trying to push this past the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
They fake the handoff. Now yours. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7. Tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the second time. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Trying to throw this from the gun. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
From the pistol, Henry. The power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Running once more with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Downfield, on target to Flowers. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
They'll run here with Henry. And he'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Now here's Lamar. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens break the tie here in the 1st. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish. Because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st.
Dolphins 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here comes Malik Washington. Jukes away from one. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for 1 play last drive, and they found the end zone. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going play action. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He drops it! Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. That one intended for Jalen Waddle, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He's loaded another one up. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. It's going to force 4th down.
I say this all the time. Get down there to the red zone. I mean, things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that with 1 hand and not 2 hands it got on the football.
Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Back for the Ravens, LeJontay Wester. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. First down now, ball at the 33. Lamar back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after Getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to keep it this time. And he is down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he gets him around 6 there. Ashton Davis there on the stop.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
This is Henry on second. And they find them after just a yard, and it's third down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Line. Here's 3rd and 3. Changing it up here, Jackson. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-point lead. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Dolphins 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Eskridge on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Ewers. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Chase! Got to keep them chains. Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, play action. And long, need to give themselves a shot for 3rd. Here's Ewers to throw. Here's a screen for Achan. Up the sideline, past the 40. And he gets it forward to the 46-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Ewers. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's the game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Jake Bailey on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. He finds Bateman on the slant. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They send a tight end in motion. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Jackson now on 3rd. Making the call himself. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it could suck the wind out of the defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
Every offense in this league is looking for a who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Lamar's going to keep this one. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
To the air on 3rd and long. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And they bring him down around the 34. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It's Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he ended it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Jackson keeping it himself. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical. And that time, excellent discretion. Protect yourself, get the first down, and live to play another day.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. This one set up for Lamar. And we might be close to this lead growing again. And that play gives him a 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play.
That's just not the guy defensively ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They've got a man in motion. There's one left for Lamar. Escapes the defender. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Blitz coming to Lamar. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody feels thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
Roop knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Let's have a long, sustained drive to take some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they come away with
set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
In these moments, I think of golfers. Right in a tournament, they don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They motion to Waddle over left. Play action, yours. Finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach the 40. That one goes for a gain of 11. And that is a Dolphins' 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We've set it downs from 37. Running with Achane here with the gun. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
You know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. On the shotgun, yours. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Okay, it's pretty clear. It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. And they could really use a good one here. Punt meets him at the 28. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down. He's looking for Mark Andrews. And it sets up 2nd down.
That play, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
Dolphins going to counter with a dime package here. 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Ewers. Flushed out of the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
We've set it down from 37. Go play action on 1st down. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this 1st half. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
They're going play action. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. On the move, past the 40. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up in fourth down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. Get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
So the choice is made. No 53-yard field goal try. They are going for this first down. Trying for it. It's A-10. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting.
Offense is set. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's yours. Stepping up, and he's gone. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
All set now. First and 10. In the red zone now. Dumps it off to his running back. Attacking the screen. Look at this defense getting him down behind the line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Throwing here. Ewers. He brings it in. And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins chop some of the lead off before the half. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. The Dolphins cut the lead down to 10.
Dolphins 14.
trimmed just a bit. Down to 2 points now as the kick is up and away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens offense to the field for the final drive of this first half. And with that 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option here. You can sit on it, or they could try something really aggressive. Clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Running back motions right. First down, here's Lamar. Dumped off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brian, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
So entering the locker room, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out who can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. We're into the second half as we rejoin the contest. It's third quarter. Picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. Third down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Trying to get it with the option here. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's fourth down. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. His work begins at the 31. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Dolphins getting their offense out there to start off this second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase the... First down now, ball at the 33. Second half begins with a run by Achan. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Play action, yours. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He's got it, it's in close. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Tyreek Hill, the touchdown.
That is just tremendous play calling. You know, there's some coordinators out there, Kate, that are just Rolodex, right? They flip through their call sheet, they just call whatever's on it. Then there's other coordinators that can stack their plays together. And when you run it, you run that same action of the play action right off of it, and you can make that defense pay. That was a thing of beauty.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game.
24, Dolphins 21.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Rasheen Ali on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. The left side is nabbed by Bateman. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for Ravens 1st down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Henry running to the left. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force and the defense wins out.
Now nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They're popping together a yard there. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Bateman holds it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs from 37. From the pistol, Henry has a lane inside the 25. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down the 20. And that one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. From the red zone now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Jackson keeping it himself.
Jackson on the keeper.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. They're going to get him again. A couple of stops now, Brock, they've made behind the line. They're going to force 4th down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, how many should I see? Send them off. Take a risk, take a
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Loop. Gonna try this field goal for the Ravens. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Loop knocks it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Eskridge on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Dolphins offense out once again, led by Quinn Ewers. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down, and they go right back to it. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by the versatile All-Pro, Kyle Hamilton.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. To throw, Ewers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Ravens going with a dime package now. Third down. Third and long for him here. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. And he falls on it. So they're going to keep possession and a chance to add to their lead.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
So following the fumble and the recovery, here comes 2nd and short. Out of the gun, Henry. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
They give right side to Henry. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. They send a receiver in motion right. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped by Chop Robinson.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
This is Henry on second. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 3.
Outside, so I'm standing inside, show you would not vibe, take a food. Like Tupac, I seen a bunch of mean guys in a band and a tie. Going to the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize.
Jackson looking to throw. Making the call himself. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's second and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got third and goal.
Maybe one of the only spots in goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, third and goal. Here he goes, third and long. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Loop, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. A very short kick here from the right hash. Loop knocks it through, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's Luke to kick it away. Eskridge on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First call here coming from the shotgun. They fake the handoff. Now yours. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Off the play fake. He'll throw. Hits him on the out route. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down. He's going to run for it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the 4th. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Oh, slow snap there. And it's blocked. Live ball gathered up inside the 25. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now.
Pretty easy for all of us to just simply focus on the block, but this is one of those situations where you could trace it back far earlier. Yes, the snap was accurate, came out clean, but it was there was not enough velocity, so that punter was left out there hanging dry, and he paid for it.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Lamar on the offense staying out there, Brock. They're trying for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the...
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do, make something happen, ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
You get down here on these 2-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, "Not in my house."
Tyler Luke.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Washington now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins and Tyreek Hill headed back out on offense. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Ewers throwing out of the pistol. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now it's Ewers. Here's a screen for Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
With that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first one it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. From the shotgun, it's Ewers. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Ewers. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down! And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Ewers. He lofts it deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 38 yards on the play. And a Dolphin 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Hill on a give. He's headed left. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Hey, it's not a sack, but these edge players love chasing down runs for negative plays and tackles for loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing now, it's Ewers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. To throw, here's Ewers. Taking a chance to the end zone. Defender gets his hand in there and breaks it up. A possible touchdown denied. That's going to bring up fourth down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And there won't be a return on this one. It's out of bounds, and the mark looks to be at about the 16-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Handoff headed right to Henry. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Jackson keeping it himself. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming third down.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
So now here's third and 5. Lamar now from the gun. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he has this down to the 34. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Here's Lamar on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him an out to pick up the first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. Caught quickly on the slant. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
10 at the 11-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Flying down the middle with Henry. Has some room to work. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Hill now from the gun. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens grow the lead now to 22 points.
Dolphins 21.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Washington now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Miami offense headed out there now. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Here's Ewers to throw. He beams one deep right side. He connects on the deep shot. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's A-Chain up the middle. Shoots away from one. Shoots another another one. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They get 22 out of that play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
From the red zone now. He takes it himself. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
They'll try for 2. Ewers getting his Dolphins set.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Throwing from the gun. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Sanders all set to send it away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of... First and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Design run. Jackson keeping it. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical. In that time, excellent discretion. Protect yourself, get the first down, and live to play another day.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Pistol snap to Jackson. We'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. And this one doesn't go far. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, they need 7. Lamar off the play fake. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. He finds him 6 yards on that first down run.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This one's set up for Lamar. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. One drawn up here for Lamar. Lining up to take a knee on second down. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.